Alright, looks like we are back. Watch now. There we go. Okay. Discord here. Alright, so we were supposed to do another video last night. We did not end up doing that. Reason being is it was supposed to be a raid video. So I ended up eating, getting cleaned up, getting ready to stream. We went over, skidded out like the best spot to put, the setup. And yeah, so they had opened up all their doors, moved all of their animals out, and so we jumped around a little bit, just kind of, looking at some options to do some stuff. Because, I mean, the raid was pointless at that point. And, yeah, they took all their animals to the Freeport at, like, M10 or something. No, not M10. Where's the closest? Where's N10? M9, that's where it is. They took them to M9 South. So that was kind of funny, but it was kind of a killer for the night. Kind of didn't have much to do at that point, so pretty much just took a recovery day to catch up on some sleep. Some well-needed sleep. Pretty much we're just going to be grinding. And, yeah, I'll probably be listening to music that the stream can't hear, hopefully. Might have to double check that at some point. Okay, so well, let me hear what you guys can hear for a sec. Alright, so you guys can mostly like hear my buttons clicking and stuff. It's kind of unfortunate. Alright. Let's see, music. So you can still hear it. Alright, so that's not going to work the way I was hoping. Oh, try to do an audio workaround, but it's obviously not working. Well, that workaround for audio I don't think is going to work, so maybe I would just turn it down. Let's try that. Well, it doesn't really sound like I'm hearing it, so maybe it worked by turning it down. Alright, I'll try that. Anything new? Let me pause my music real quick. Sorry, I didn't see you talking. I was trying to figure out my audio, which still didn't work out very well. So what's new was I was supposed to do that stream last night for that raid. So we finished off. We were just at near the end of our combat timer. I went over there and started to look around. We brought a boat in for a bed, and well, there was doors open everywhere. The big gates were open, and we were able to walk right up into the buildings. And all the animals were gone, and so pretty much there was no point to the raid. And then it was kind of like, what are we gonna do for the rest of the night? And we kind of sat there twiddling our thumbs for a little bit, and then we hopped around a little bit, and then we found in where was it? They're in N10, M9. So the Freeport and M9, this south one right here, they took all the animals and put them there. So I don't know. I ran around on the south one there. I found a bully time boat, which they designed the back of the boat really terribly. It had like an opening where you could like crouch and like go off the stairs and into the side and then down into the ship, which was all blocked off besides those little creep spots. And they had chests and stuff down there which weren't locked. So I raided that. I emptied out 2 chests, made a little sloop dinghy, whatever the biggest one is there at the Freeport, and threw the stuff in the boat and called it the Bully Time Thief. But I don't know, it was like 8 hours later and I got back on and the boat had sunk. And it had a weird thing right here. Your Bully Time Thief image, crap, all this stuff just sunk. Didn't even say why or how. It just was like, I don't know, 8 hours or something, and it sunk. Because where's the boat? was added to the company. So day 6794 at 1842 was crafted, and then it like just got destroyed somehow. 6805, 1233. I don't know, but all that loot ended up going, which wasn't a big deal. I mean, it was just like mostly just weapons and ammo and stuff. But other than that, I just like caught up on a bunch of sleep, and then just like grinding out now. Pretty much just gonna make a ship, I think, and then just sail around my island and level it up in the stupidest manner possible. But it needs levels, and too long in Freeport without repairs, probably. Yeah. Yeah, I seen all the other ships there that are there all the time. I thought the timer was longer, but I guess it's a basic ship and no NPCs on it, and no repair materials, or well, there was materials, but there's like nobody to do the repairs. Gonna be honest, when they took their animals away, and we went to go do that raid and it wasn't there, it was like, now what? You know? We were going to go over to N10 and look at the place, but I mean, it's just the whole momentum of the night was kind of ruined, so we didn't. Yeah, Keeblers have been having lots of problems from Black Hole. Like, I mean, look, it's just been constant. The last 2 days, they just keep coming back, messing with Keeblers. I think Keebler's lost 2 or 3 ships already. And I think their timer just ended. Yeah, see, 20 minutes ago, their timer just finally ended for this island. This one's back in active. I only got an hour and 40 left on mine. Hey, I've been trying to Google for the last little while some of the info online, but it's really difficult to find what I'm looking for. So, I mean, I gotta reset my skills because I've been trying to like lay out what I want to do. When it comes to these swivel guns, you get the grape shot here, and then you get the canister shot. I'm assuming the bar shot is only for the cannon. I don't know. It's not for the swivel, I'm guessing. But out of the swivel, if you only get the grape shot and the canister, I couldn't find the info of what was better. And then if there were certain scenarios where one was better than the other, kind of thing. I couldn't find that kind of info online. Okay, so the cannon's the only place you can get the swivel. Or not the swivel, though. Come on, brain. The bar shot. So I thought of kind of like a really stupid ship design, but like, I don't even know if it's possible to do it. But since like the new thing is people to roll up and like fuck up your sails with the bar shot, like unrealistically, if you get your weight up high enough, putting like walls straight up the sides of your boat high enough to protect the sails, I mean, how unreasonable is that? Okay, so it is by use purpose. So basically stick with the grape shot unless I'm going to do the Hydra. But by the way, you trolled me. Either you trolled me or your buddy lied to you. I tried out the hammer thing. Even an enemy ship, you cannot damage it. All you can do is fix it. Okay? I tested it. Unrealistic, okay. Yeah, I kind of figured it was unrealistic, but since I couldn't find real info on any of that kind of stuff, I just... Yeah. Like, you see people armoring up the tops and sides of their ship, but you never see anybody doing the sails, so I was kind of curious. I also saw some other things in the port when I was over there, hopping on different boats. Almost everyone has like a roof and the two corner pieces under the roof protecting the steering wheel. I mean, it's kind of fucked. I get the purpose of it, but I mean, it's hard to believe that actually works. Where did I end up? This way, okay. Suppose I could have put the wood and the thatch in there. Wasn't really thinking about that. Oh. Didn't even repair my pick. I should bring a second pick just because. We will have the video sent to you, and brother, the Chinese can do a lot of things we can't or even shouldn't be able to do. Yeah, I remember Arc had a lot of problems, and then there was one of the big problems that came up. It was like meshing, and it took them way too long to fix it. I'm hoping it doesn't like take forever for them to fix some of the stuff here on Atlas. Okay, I'm repairing my pick. Let's take this pick. Where's the broken one? It is alphabetical. What the hell did I must have repaired it and I wasn't even paying attention. Holy shit. Is there a bike here? I'd rather have a pike. So y'all made it to M9. Wow. I mean, we didn't make it to M9. It's a free port, so we just spawned there. We just spawned at the free port. We were gonna build a ship and go over to N10 and just have a look around. And I don't know. We were pretty hyped about the raid. We had everything ready for it, and then we just couldn't do it. So, I mean, we could do it. We could go over there and blow up a bunch of their shit, but chances are all the boxes are empty, and they took all the animals with them. So it was pretty pointless. So I don't know. It's kind of a kill to the night, you know. Oh, nice. Yeah, eventually I'll be back at the point where I want crystal again, but I mean, right now, I just need a ship and I just need to level it up. So I'm gonna grind out a ship and then it's gonna be boring, but I'm gonna go, you know, around the island where it's somewhat safe and I can just anchor if I get into trouble. And level up the ship the slow, boring way. I might take one of the smaller boats and go get some NPCs to make it easier, though. Is there a max amount of levels that you can get on a boat? I'm assuming there has to be. I know I was reading the max durability that you could add to it, or resistance or whatever, it was like 369% or something. Invite. You mean for chat? You can just click on the Discord channel and you can chat. You'll see the I'm already in the Discord. You just gotta click on where I'm at. I'm in the Atlas voice. It's not locked or anything, so. You're playing on Xbox, aren't you? So you need the Xbox app. Is it working better today? That's right. Xbox app. Oh shit, that is not what I wanted. My phone was in Discord all night. Yeah, I forgot that you do Discord on your phone. It's okay. I can make a party. Swoop. Where the hell? Why don't I see you? You appearing offline? There you are. Last seen an hour ago. Home. Invite to party. Okay. I sent you one, but I can see when you're online even without you adding me back because you don't have it set that way. There's yeah. Do you mean on Discord? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Xbox doesn't work like that anymore. That's 360 style. They don't do that anymore. So it's like the whole friend request thing. It's not a thing anymore. So now it's like you can follow anybody as long as they don't block you, and then they can follow you back. So like when you both follow each other, it's like being fully added to each other. But that only matters if you have your settings set to like I have mine set so that if somebody adds me and I don't know them, they can't actually see when I'm online unless I add them back. Okay, so that's what the shipyard does then, the mythical shipyard. Because I was trying to ask Black Hole and Keeblers last night when they were bickering with each other, but they wouldn't really explain. Well, they were in the chat talking about Black Hole had just blown up Keebler's mythical um, shipyard. So I was asking, so what's the benefit besides durability? And I don't think they gave an answer. But, yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's good to see you back in the game, though. Yeah. I didn't know that's what legacy meant, but I knew that. Nice. What was were the two tribes fighting each other or something? Oh. Hmm? It was pretty dirty and it wouldn't just come clean, so I just soaked it. Yeah. Nice. Well, yeah, I'm not in that Discord yet. Oh, you just mean like in normal. Which guy? I seen somebody settle up on the island, but I mean they already had a base, so I don't know if he just like spawned on the island and it was like, oh, you have a new settler, but what did you say about Obsidian?
Same one we were talking to yesterday.
Yeah. Oh my god, really? I mean, honestly, in that situation, like, you got to pick one thing or the other. You either got to break the alliance or hold up your end. Like with Black Hole, keeps coming and fucking with Keeblers, right? They just come over and they like bicker at each other for a while. Sometimes they're like jumping back and forth across the lines and they're shooting at each other on the ships. I'm like, dude, it's like why step on an ant and then come back before you can even like have a fair fight so it's like worth the win, Like I don't get it. Well, is one of those two Chinese, the Keeblers or the Black Hole? Okay. Yeah, I get that. I mean, like, like there's one thing that you gotta like always keep, and that's like your word. Like if you fuck your word, I mean, then like it's useless after that. So it's like it doesn't make any sense. Yeah. I don't know if TPG remembers or not because I didn't really talk to them. I just kind of was like shit talking when we were fighting, but I don't know. They probably don't even remember us from 8 months ago, or maybe they do. But if you're gonna wipe it, but otherwise just leave it till I go in. Yeah, I don't use those anyway. Yeah, it was probably Obsidian. I mean, we know he was in chat. I mean, I kind of like I half expected it, but like since they were getting like pummeled at the other spot and they're like, "Oh yeah, this is all the shit stuff. We don't really care anyway." I was like I knew they cared because they were like they were blowing up my shit as soon as they were able to, right? Yeah, like yeah. So I don't know. It was funny though. Somebody had hit them at some point. That's why the tames were all on the top, obviously. When like the ones that I was killing, they were obviously up there because when we came around, because we brought the boat in, we were gonna see if we could like put a hole in the wall and like sail the ship in, so we had a good respawn point. And that wall had like fucking holes all through it, and then it had one big hole where somebody had obviously come in and fucked up their lower base at some point. Yeah, like I mean, I can't really feel bad because I didn't know, but like I wanted the island. I didn't really care. But like, obviously that's why they were all up at the top. But I don't know why they didn't just bring it up to their actual islands on the N10 anyway. Like, well, the two that they have in N10, like if they're not, yeah. Okay. Well, you see, you know what I mean, though. Like, if you're not even gonna claim this island, and then when we were going through it last night, like the mass scale of the base that's here on like I know there is probably some massive bases in N10. Like that's why we wanted to go to N10. We're like, how could they just abandon this? Like the holes that were in the wall when we sailed by, like they weren't that bad of a fix. Like I don't know why they abandoned this place, to be honest. Yeah. I mean that's pretty much why I was killing shit. Yeah. It's kind of what I was hoping to begin with, but I mean, they'll probably come back regardless, just to fuck my shit up anyway. But I mean, it's half a mental war, you know. Yeah. Yeah, like I know it's really unrealistic to keep the island, but I'm gonna try to anyway. You know what I mean? Like I'll give it a go until I can't, basically. I mean, I'm so low, so. Well, basically, like two of my tribe members, they're in the military, and with this whole Corona shit, they're actually pretty sporadic when they don't even sometimes don't even know when they're getting called in, right? And they're home side right now, right? Like they one of them's on a forced like stay home because he's had so much away time. And he's like, they're like, you got to stay, and then this whole Corona shit happened, and then like they're sporadic. Plus, they both have families, and then um, the other guy. Normally, he's actually on a lot, but like when he gets back into being a stoner, he's kind of flaky. You know what I mean? Like he'll say he'll come and then he doesn't come, and like I like gaming with somebody, and I don't care. If you got shit to do, like go do it. Like you're only an effective gamer helping me out and being a good buddy when like your life shit is good for you. You know what I mean? Like game when you want to game, do it whatever, but tell me whether you're actually going to be there or not. Like like that's the only part that matters to me. Like if you're going to be there, be there. If you're not going to be there, don't be there. It doesn't bother me. Just don't be like I'm going to be there and then don't be. But I mean, other than that, I mean the girlfriend. I mean, she likes to play this kind of stuff, but I mean, if nobody else is really playing it, I mean, she likes to get on and play, and mostly the conversation, right? So she'll sit there and grind and get the resources that we need and stuff, but she's mostly there for the conversation. I mean, that's pretty much her side of things. And then the other guys, I don't know, like the main guy that I talked to for that other tribe that had joined us, I was, yeah. The other guy, he's actually been doing a lot of work because he's one of the essential people for like I forget what they're doing. Is it masks or something? I don't know. They're producing something, and they're like, there's no way they're gonna get shut down because of Corona because the shit people need for Corona, right? And then I don't know about the rest of his tribe. He hasn't really gotten on to tell me, and I don't really communicate with them. Of the Discord. Yeah, I tried looking it up last night, and there was like so many. Thank you. Um. Oh, there it is. General. Oh shit. Whoops. That is not what I wanted to do. Disconnect from that. Verify. Um. Is that a chat? That's a chat, is it not? I don't think I can see them yet. I'm on the, I can click on verify, and then under the classify, there's a couple of like voice chats that are locked. There's a world news general voice. Salt and plunder, there's food porn, that's a chat. And then a couple of voices, and then voice channels at the bottom that are locked. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, I just want to see like the chat because like even when I was talking to like Black Hole and them last night, and I mean I wasn't exactly talking. It was more like asking questions and kind of pointing out some stuff, but I couldn't tell when they were leaving the region, and then like the conversation was kind of fucked up because it was like parts missing for them probably. Black Hole and Keeblers. The Keeblers have definitely been getting it hard. Oh, I need my Xbox up so I can see that. There, okay. So I'm assuming, like the Chinese groups, not all of their members are just Chinese then, or they're obviously people that have learned English pretty good. The Chinese groups, obviously they're either not all Chinese or they're like, some of them are pretty well versed with English because. It's so funny when you were talking about that the other day, and that one guy showed up and then his first thing he did was 1v1. It's like, oh my god. Yeah. What do you mean tough? Oh. Yeah, it's not the way you play a game like this. I think I've seen it pop up, but I don't know about. Yeah, see, that's why like I don't like the whole ally system. I never liked it in Ark either. Your mic seems better tonight, though. Oh, nice. I can almost tell when you like mute and unmute too. which is kind of nice. Yeah. 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 Well, I mean, it really comes down to attitude and knowledge, right? Well, even if you're not though, yeah, even if you're not though, like there's only a certain, like like a crew can only reach certain planes. Like this island, like being solo, like I could probably get to a pretty high plane, but there's gonna be a top point where I just can't get past it, whether or not somebody's hitting me or not. You know what I mean? But like if you're in a crew where everybody's toxic, what's that? Yeah, and then like if you're in a shit crew, even if they're not a shit crew, but they're like the politics and the drama that they just bring to the microphone, like that plateaus the whole crew. You can't get as much done. Yeah, see, I can't help myself. Yeah. I mean, realistically. Yeah. Yeah, like in our parties, like when we all do finally get together, like it's usually pretty good. I mean, like the most you ever usually have to deal with is like just background noise of like kids and whatever. And, I mean, it can get pretty annoying at times, and like there's a certain point you're like, hey, okay, you're pretty loud. I can't turn you down, But most of the time, it's usually half decent. Yeah, I mean, I got a lot of learning to do anyway, and it's like, I don't know, like, there's not. Yeah, that's why I want to, like, with that 1 hour timer left, I'm hoping I don't have any troubles in that last hour. And I'm grinding out the metal because I know how much metal I need. I need roughly about 3,000 to build this bow. And then I still got that shit boat here, so I want to throw. Um, I gotta tear down the wheel, throw the diving platform on, put another wheel on it because like I don't know why, but the placement of the wheel's in the way. Um, and then I want to go over to the thing and grab 3 NPCs for the sails, and take that big boat and just circle this island on the peace phase. And it's gonna be boring as fuck, but it'll be my best option to level it up. You know what I mean? Because it's just you just got to sail with it. So like, I'm not gonna put any of the shit on it I need. I'm just gonna make it as basic as possible, so I can go as fast as possible. Just rotate the sails as I need. Um, to be honest, I've been pondering that for the last like that's why I haven't streamed until now. I've been just like looking shit up online, and I was looking at schooners, I was looking at brigantines, and I remember driving a schooner. Right. Yeah. That was the other thing. That's why I was asking you stuff as soon as you got in here. But like I don't know, I remember building a schooner and not ever having enough weight, no matter how many points, no matter what sails I had, I just couldn't have enough weight. Yeah. Yeah. Right now though, I can't really do that regardless because people are just so far along like it's a basic ship. It's going to get killed regardless, you know. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to because I mean, unless it's not the same. But what I did read online was, like, people were saying, it's junk loot from the ships of the damned. But then also they were saying, but it's worth it sometimes if you're just looking for ship blueprints because that's the only place you can get them. Yeah. What's the gold one? I've never seen a gold one before. And then like yesterday, I seen a great big galleon that was like gold. Oh, okay. I don't have a spyglass because no crystals. I gotta get some crystal from the obsidian guy. Yeah, I couldn't find info online like how they divide up like the difficulty levels of the squares, because I know on some islands you can get better. Right, but then like for taming you can't tame there, so like yeah. No, I just need a bear. or like a bear or tiger, like just something to do the maps by myself. Yeah, the cold front. Yeah, so basically the first ship I get after, like when I level it up and whatever, it basically needs to be speed and like it's got to be some weight too. This is the reason. Nice. Are you still watching the stream? Okay. How good are those preserving bags? Well, we haven't really been using them up yet, and I just started unlocking them. Preserving. Oh, really? And that stuff lasts even longer, right? Oh. I don't know. Yeah. You know what? Last night I tried to do that, like I was just like change home region and spawn over there, and I wasn't getting any discoveries. Well, using the change home region, I just tried to go across the first grid. You know, like I just tried to go from left to right on the top row, and I think the first ones were like M1 or something. I think is the farthest up you could get, and I couldn't get anything up there. Like I even tried multiple islands. It's lawless because you can only spawn at, or you can only region at lawless, and oh, okay. Yeah. I wouldn't doubt it. I, I I seen I seen some videos last night on getting those like Fountain of Youth and like the Power Stones and shit, and people just like
bunches of ships just like all people just running in naked trying to get them. Well, there's like a 4-hour window or some shit. I couldn't believe it. Yeah. Yeah, fucking, like, I was running around that island I was telling you about, right? Up in the ice. And I was like, oh, look, somebody's little hut. I run up to it, it's fucking TPG. And I'm like, let's just, somehow that's a kick in the nuts. Dude, that was M1. Battle beavers, battle toads. See, I don't entirely mind that because, I mean, it depends on the tribe, but like, when there's a tribe that's just like going around beating on little guys, I kind of don't like those guys anyway. Yeah, it's already too late for me. Wait, you mean those battle beavers? Uh, huh. Yeah. Yeah, see, back when I played 8 months ago, like I was telling you before, like I was on Lawless because we were learning, like it was Xbox just got on, like we just had access, and like I had built walls repeatedly around this island, trying to like get the resources, keep everybody else away, and just like build up. And for a little while, I had people helping, but like once it came down to just me building all this shit, and then people kept knocking on the doors and shit, like that just sucked ass. So, like, yeah, I'm really not a troll, but like, when I yeah. Yeah. See, like the guys in the tribe, they like to raid, but like the rule pretty much is like it's got to be a revenge raid, you know? Because the politics and like they don't deal with the politics. Living in the White House. No, no. Like when I say I don't like the politics, I mean like that was a rule. Like we were revenge raid people. They would hit anybody, okay? And that didn't even matter if it was the biggest tribe, okay? So, and then I have to deal with the politics of it. That's what I mean. Like I don't like dealing with the politics of like hitting people that we don't even know anything about. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. I mean, that would have been nice, like, you know, like a week ago, but I mean, I've kind of already dug a hole and I got to see where it lays for now, you know? Yeah, but I'd already been hitting TPG though. Yeah, but I'd already hit them. It was once I got here, yeah. I didn't even know they were here until I got here. The definition of insanity is repeating the same process and expecting a different result. Oh, I'm really good at finding it now, but this is actually my third base. Yeah, like the first one was wood, and it was not perfectly hidden, but it was like if they spotted it, I knew they were going to spot it. And then the stone one that I made right after that was in a pretty good hidden spot, and the wood one just became a distraction. And then when that first battle timer came around, I tried to wait it out, try not to like draw too much attention, and about took them about a little over 2 hours, and they finally found it. But like, um, I was talking, and I was kind of like, you know. Shit, what? Oh yeah, I got like 2,000, 3,000. We killed some alpha snakes. Yeah, I had a tiger for a while. Not on. Wasn't on here. Not on here. I forgot. I was playing some unofficial before this. I was trying to get my buddy into the game, but that backfired because now he wants to play unofficial. And unofficial, he wants to play unofficial now. He doesn't really want to play official. But with the unofficial, like, you know how we have crossplay on the official? There's no crossplay for unofficial. It's just like one or the other, Xbox or Steam. Nitrado server? Yeah, they offer the 3x3 option now too. No, I know. Oh, We were looking up prices on that. It's fucking ridiculous, dude. Like, if you got a 3x3 with max players for a year, it was like 1,500 or 15,000. I can't remember, but it was a lot. Yeah. Like, ugh. I know, and then the hosting, the single player, it's so broken. It's still broken. No, the balloon bubble's actually not bad. It's actually bigger than Ark. Like, you could pretty much, like a normal, smallish size island, your other crew people could run around that entire island. And it's not great compared to, official, but, like, compared to what, you had on Ark. It's way better. But the problem with it, we found, was on the ocean map, you had the whole ocean, which was fantastic, and you could go, tile by tile. And now it's not as bad because you don't actually lose the ship, but it'll show when you go through one square, sometimes the ship will end up coming out the opposite side square, and you're going like in two different directions. And so your actual position and what it's registering the boat at are two different locations, and then you can't like spawn back at the ship because if you click the bed, it actually spawns you where it's showing the ship at, and you land in the ocean. And you have to what? Oh my god. It's level 30. Yeah, see, that's not too bad. See, that's not too bad. And like even in that scenario, like the host, if the host is still alive, it's fine. Because no matter where he spawns, he's gonna get slingshotted to you anyway. But if the host dies, or like everybody's dead, yeah, you're fucked. And so that was the first problem we had. And before whatever update they did that fixed it, it used to actually, like, the boat would actually disappear. Like, it would no longer exist. You'd come back and your animals would be floating in the water. But now, like, your ship's still there, but, like, you still have the same problem. Now you gotta build another boat, or spawn one in, just because, like, it's fucking dumb. And then you gotta go back. But we had another problem. We got down to some ice area, and then all of a sudden, I was getting a fatal error every time he joined. Yeah, so I was like, well, fuck it. If it's going to be this glitchy, we might as well add some mods in. And there's some actually really decent mods for this game. Like, there's like some resource harvesting ones. Yeah. Why didn't you just spawn in a dragon? Yeah. I used to fly around on the dragon all the time. Yeah. Mine didn't. I think because it spawned in, it didn't. Yeah, when you use the admin commands, it's like if you spawn in a boat, you don't need the NPCs for the sails. It just works. I didn't, but I always tried to spawn in the flying boat, and I couldn't figure it out. You mean that big one? I mean, there's probably like storage bins and stuff in there, but like the chances there's one in there that they have some stuff in is there is a chance, but like I'd have to sit there and find them all, and There'd be some benefit if, I found some good blueprints, but, as soon as I start breaking it, if I don't break all the beds first, they're going to start spawning in, and, I mean, peace phase, that doesn't really matter, but, at this point, I kind of want to just wipe the island regardless. Like, the Xbox players can barely play on here. Well, I got thinking about it, and with the whole diving thing, that's not bad for one. But if I'm doing more than that, if I can get a bear or something that's good for killing the damned warriors and stuff, I can do the maps too. So, like, if I had a map, I have a destination, and then along the way, I can hit up the diving spots. What? Yeah, I mean, it depends on where they were. I wouldn't, like, there's some spots to be like, oh yeah, that's a bad place to go, but... Yeah. I mean, at some point I'm going to have to be on the move anyway, so I'll be in danger anyway. Oh, so yeah, that's the other reason I wanted the brig and not the schooner. So with the brig, you got the 3 levels, and I could just, like, not put in the middle level. That was kind of my other reasoning. I could put them on the bottom floor of the ship, and then nobody would actually see them. I was thinking 2 handling and 1 speed. That way, like, when somebody rolls, like, because the brigantines that roll up on you, they always have the fucking 3 handling sails, and they probably got, like, really decent ones. So my only choice at that point is to be able to be faster. So obviously I'm going to have the low weight as possible. But I start getting some gold on there, it'd probably be a problem regardless until I level up the weight. But if I could just turn into the wind, I should be able to outrun them with that 1 advantage of 1 sail difference. I think, but I don't know, obviously. It depends on the other ship too. Yeah, it depends on the other ship too. I mean, if it's a scooter, it's probably a game over anyway. Yeah. Yeah, I always see brigs. Yeah. I assume you have all, like, the captaineering stuff where you got, like, the faster crew reloads and all that stuff, right? No, not the ones in the artillery. The ones in the actual captaineering one. The what is it? Talents. Well, that's the sails. Sink cheaper. College ship commanding. So there's the rally the troops one, and then there's the reload overdrive. Yeah. Yeah. So Yeah, so that's. I imagine you have that stuff, right? Like the faster reloading overdrive. Oh, okay. See, I'd like to run the schooner. It's just that like the weight thing, and I'm already terrible at weight anyway because I'm like, oh, gold, you know. Yeah, I mean, sort of. Oh, when it comes to that, I don't have a shit ton of like cabinets and stuff. Yeah, I did that 8 months ago. It's so funny to see them. They're like coming, they're shooting at you. They're just like they're coming so fast, and they forget to put their sails down. That they've shot you, ran past you, turned around, and came back. uh, yeah, that's why. Did you see my last break? So because I made the. Okay, yeah. See, I minimized that as much as possible. Although the cargo rack, I probably should have just left it, and we should have just went and did gold and forgot about the crystal. Because honestly, the only thing I even wanted the crystal for was the fucking mortars. You know, like I wanted to play with mortars because I went through their area and they spotted me, and then fucking yeah. Yeah, see, I was trying to just stay with the wind, you know, keep the top speed, but like, fuck me, it didn't matter. Oh yeah. That... Yeah, I mean, to be somewhat fair, I mean, there's not really much, there's no excuse because I mean, like you heard me, I was like, quit wasting the tools, you know, like I was trying to be nice about it, but the to be fair about it though, we had just come through the thing, and I was avoiding ships of the damned from the back right. Oh yeah, they came from the back right, but like look in the sun. What? Yeah. You ever watch Black Sails? Oh, wasn't that fantastic? I loved when they did that one trick where they're like they went out to ocean and then they like fucking they turned their sails and closed their sails a certain way. They couldn't be seen, and unless you really tried to see them. I mean, that was fucking awesome. I was really surprised at the end though. You saw the whole thing, right? I was really surprised. I was like, "There's no way that that guy's still alive." His dad let himself die without even saying that his son was alive. Like I couldn't believe that. And like they gotta have another Black Sails. Like I know they said it's over, but like I don't know. I just don't see him staying there. You know what I mean? Like I feel like either he's gonna have a falling out because like all the things that he had did because that he thought he was dead kind of thing, or like something that they're gonna be like, we need you, and they come back and then I don't know. Um, you mean the smart one that was like equal with the guy? I don't remember him being in 100. The blonde, the blonde, the blonde, the blonde. Oh, okay. So not the black guy. Long hair. Oh, okay. I know which one you're talking about. The one that he was like real bad motherfucker, but he. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah. Maybe not the pirates then. Maybe the navy or something finds out where he is and comes after him. Maybe that's that guy's bargaining chip that one pirate, the really smart one that was like didn't want to kill him. Guy that lost his leg. Yeah, John Silver. Maybe that ends up being like a John Silver's last little like bargaining chip with the Navy. I know where this guy is, and they end up asking him for help and not like imprisoning him. Some like war or something. I don't know. I think it would be cool though either way, and they like hire him as a pirate or something. Oh, I love that. There's not a new season, right? Like there's one or two seasons. Oh, it's fantastic. They definitely have a lot of room to do stuff with that show. Just because, I mean, it's deep in space. Like it's infinite possibilities. Did you ever watch Stargate? Nice. Did you watch? So you've seen it all then, right? You've seen it all then, right? Uh, universe. I'm pretty sure I've seen that. Was that the one that had like the population down? Oh yeah, didn't they forget too or something? Didn't they have like memory problems? Oh yeah, that was Black something. Black Matter, yeah. I've watched so many different shows. Um, repairing tools. Get into conversation and I kind of forget what I'm doing. So I got one, two. Yeah, it was one of the best series. Well, it makes sense, in all honesty. Like, logically, it makes sense. Because have you ever watched, like, Ancient Aliens? It's a History Channel thing. It's hard to find the first seasons, because, like, I can find, like, 11, 12, and 15 or something, but, like, the seasons are hard to find. But anyway, they go over certain things, like how all across the globe, people have similar, like, ancient writings, and then there's, yeah. Well, you know what? The pyramids aren't even the most amazing things. What is this place? Gaia or something? Somewhere in this like high up in the mountains, there's these giant motherfucking pillars that we couldn't even do it today. And they're like, I don't know how they made these back in the day. How they even moved them. Because just even the location that they're in to get the equipment up there in modern time technology, it's basically impossible. Yeah, actually, there was another thing that they were talking about how there was a more modern version of stuff, and the guy had built this place for his wife or something when they came over, and he like built this giant like garden type stone area. I don't even remember what it was really called, but anyway, he had talked about having some type of like gravity technology that he had found and a device that was like he put on a tripod that made the stones almost weightless. And it was this like really old dude that had managed to build like all these giant stone things. And then when he died, they could never find the black box that he had attached to the tripod, and they figure he found something. I forget where he had found it, but they figure he found something and had used it to do that, basically. Some old technology. Yeah, I don't know. It's a good show. I mean, obviously it's hard to find any proof, but there's a lot of like things that line up, and it's like, yeah, it kind of sounds like it makes sense. Yeah, that was like what, 5, 10 years ago now. There's a bunch of high level guys that came into the. They even went to the courthouse or whatever for it. I didn't hear much about it after it made news. Oh, nice. I mean, it's about damn time, considering like some of the shit that you see on Ancient Aliens and stuff. It's like, I mean, some of it's kind of like, oh, what kind of shit are we really into that we don't know about? What? Oh, you mean the Blue Book stuff? Like the well, not X-Files, but I think it was Project Blue Book or whatever. April 2020. No, that Blue Book was a while ago. I don't know, they released all the files for like that Blue Book stuff though. People that investigated the UFOs and stuff. I think that was a year or two ago though. So this new stuff, what's the new stuff then? The April 20th stuff. Huh. As a human race though, like, if they are like advanced aliens that have like advanced technology and shit like that, like, they must look at us and go like, fuck, you guys are idiots, you know, like, like we go to war with each other, we destroy our own environment, you know, all that shit. It'd be nice, it'd be interesting to know like what they're like and what their thoughts are, you know, like, that they do the same shit. Exactly. That's mind-boggling. That reminds me, you remember the like Men in Black where like, I don't know which one it was, but at the end he like shows that they're like a tiny locker in some other universe too. Uh, 20 minutes. Lot can happen in 20 minutes. Yeah. Oh, you mean TPG? Yeah, no, probably not. I was more worried about like Black Hole or Obsidian. Yeah, I got almost enough metal. I think it was around 3,000 metal I needed. Probably not the wood. But the wood's easier to get. Well, I mean, the metal I gotta fucking... Not for the brig. The brig's a medium plank, I think. Let me just... Where is my... Yeah, where's my... Why is my shit not on? Oh, there it is. Okay. Okay, wood plank is 432 wood. Medium. It's not as bad. Uh, 40. No, I mean, I could, like, it's hard, you know, like, I don't know. I don't really have a design in mind. It's transport shop. Yeah, that's what I did on the first one that we made when we got back on here. I had like, I put the guns on top first, right? I think I ended up having, we found a, what was it, a fine or a journeyman one, and I eventually put that one underneath. So if you ever like open the gun ports, there'd be like one port would open. Yeah. Yeah. It's like, don't accidentally open the ports, guys. There's only one down there. A lot less threatening at that point. uh, I got all this fucking stone too, and I was just like trying not to throw it out because like it's good for building buildings, but oh my god, there's so much stone. Right now, the ship. Yeah, I put all the good stuff into a chest. Not good stuff, but like. I'm gonna defend a portion of it. I'm not gonna like. I don't need to defend the entire island. Somebody can come settle on it. Like I. Yeah. I do have a plan for the building, but until I wipe the island, like because of what they did, like I can't really build. Like the port that I have, not port, the dock that I have built down there, it was so difficult to even get that one in there because they have like the entire edge of the island. A better. I don't really know, to be honest. Like I got right here is where I'm built for the big. Yeah. So right where that bed is on the bottom left there, that's where the only big one I could get put in because they like the whole edge of this island right now has those fucking stone pillars all the way around the edge. I have a little dock right there, and I was able to put a medium dock in there so I could build a schooner, but the only placement spot I had it, as soon as I dropped the schooner, I broke it. Yeah, that ham jam. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's not. It's got like bumpy. It's really hard to put a dock in because it's just fucking waved sand everywhere. So. Until I wipe it now. Like right there where that SS Cook is on the left, that's where they're built. And actually up there on the right as well, that's where Obsidian is built. Those two good spots, it's built. And down here might be good, but like I said, they got those fucking pillars all along. And the beach is really like it drops off pretty quick there at the bottom. So it's close to those pillars and I can't build. Except for the one spot I did find. Oh, that's okay. Where did you leave off in hearing? Yeah, and then so like the only place I've been able to get an actual thing down for now is down at that bottom bed because the whole pillars are on the island, and like there's a good cove right here for putting stuff down because that's where they are built. But like until I wipe it, like I can't build there. And then there's another good one here, but Obsidian's built there, and they got the big fucking walls and stuff. And then down here it might not be too bad, but the because the pillars around the edge and the sand being like a quick drop off, I can't actually build there except for that one spot I found to put the large harbor right there. It's mainly until I wipe it, there's too much shit in the way to even put anything down. But what's a decent harbor look like? Okay, one sec. I just gotta finish dying. Yeah. I could actually set it up so like it's like less than 5 seconds for you to see everything, but I ended up turning off my voice chat. Like I used to have it so that when people talked in the chat, I could hear it, but um, like people would spam stupid shit and just like blow up my eardrums. I couldn't hear people talking, and I couldn't like hear the game, and yeah, it's just spam chat. Oh, map. What am I doing? Map. What was it? I what? I-12. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Can you get a galleon in that darker stuff? How come how come they got their attack timers set to the same time? Like the peace timer runs out in 10 hours and 10 minutes on both Gurgle's islands. Okay, doesn't that make it harder, or you just have that many ships at both islands? Yeah, I know. That's why I was just like saying like yeah. It's the other thing that's a problem finding an island is like when I got to this one, like I obviously we'd never taken a settlement before, so it was a lot of learning and trying to figure it out. So the whole like it being a 57, you got that 325 you got to pay every 12 hours. But the only thing smaller, it's not terrible, but it is a lot of money. But like when you go like starting to look smaller, like it's hard to find a 35 or a 15 that's either, you know, not taken or like I know what you mean. Yeah. No, I this is my job trying to YouTube, trying to. Yeah, well, I mean, so in my head, this is pretty much what I'm doing. Like, I've actually had a surprisingly large amount of people watching me play Atlas, which is really weird, because I mean, like, same with Arc. Like, a lot of people love watching me play Arc because I show all the grinding and everything. And in my opinion, like, if I'm watching a video, like, I usually like to watch the one that's already, they're already put together, they're all fine clipped, and he's like, oh, watch me do this, and they cut out all the grinding. I really don't understand why people like watching me grind. Like, but they do. So, like, anyway, the whole point of that was, like, if I'm doing all this work and I'm getting all this done, and they see how much I'm doing, like, it's pretty much my only way to meet people and get the crew bigger. I mean, I don't invite randoms that come into chat, obviously, because I mean, it could be just scoping me out and trying to get me from the inside. But like, you know, it is, yeah, and I need to switch out my tools, but like. Yeah. Yeah, like, see, for the first while, like, I was hiding, like, what server and stuff I was in, but, like, after a while, I mean, you can't. Well, you could turn that off. Yeah, like, see, in the options, so there's a few things. First, there's hide server info, and then there is enable stream. Yeah, you can. That's actually, by default, that's actually enabled. It's called HUD hide island info. It's actually one of the only HUD hide info that's actually. Well, the only reason I have that on is so I can see the timers, but I guess I don't really need to. But yeah, I mean, like I said, like, I figure I'm gonna get hit eventually. It's mostly a learning process right now. Like, you can explain a lot to me, but until I've like gone and done all the elbow grease. I can't remember why, but we figured that out pretty early. But I think somebody told us. But um, like, when we first did it, like, we barely got into the water a few times, and we were getting like hit. So like, it was just a pain in the ass regardless. Like, we've made a lot of boats. Like, we have made a ton of boats. Yeah. Like, we were one of those tribes that was like, we, yeah, we were one of those tribes that made some of the big mistakes at the beginning. Like, handmade a galleon a couple times. I've seen some pretty good battleships at that M9 Southport. There was one called Chunky. I can't remember who owned it, but I mean, that thing looked kind of cool. And like, the back, you know how like on the back of a ship, most people are like, they build a big square box and then they put their cannons on it. This thing had a ramp door without the door on it, and then another ramp, and then like a platform attached to it with the cannons on it. I was like, oh, that saves probably some weight, but like, it's got to be like a high quality item, because if that shit breaks, I mean, that's the whole thing gone. But this boat looked pretty nice though. Like, it was like painted up and everything. Like it was bully time though. I think so, because there was like 4 or 5 different tribes there around the entire island. There was TPG, Bully Time. I don't know. There's a few others, Solo, and some. Well, it's that Freeport, right? So like, I don't know if they're together, but well, the whole island was surrounded by people, so I mean, they weren't far from each other. I know Obsidian had a bear right there with TPG's like flock of animals. They even had like a ton of cats, and all the cats had like ants in their mouth. That was kind of weird. I can't remember. What was that? Nang Nang? Was that his name? There's somebody put a smiley face in chat. Nang Nang 3833. But in in-game chat, I haven't seen them. I've only seen Black Hole and Keeblers in this tile. Yeah, I mean, in my company, does it go to my company log? John Cook, ship, Duchess. No, I mean, they'll like respond and stuff. Actually, when Black Hole first came in here, like a day or two ago, and they started fucking with Keeblers, and I forget how the conversation of TPG came up about me hitting them, but Black Hole tried to take credit for it and was trying to say that we were all buddy and shit. And I'm like, I don't even fucking know you. Take credit for my shit, motherfucker. I did that solo. You fuck right off.